Hi, it's Rachel. Right now I want to show you the application and removal process for Jamberry nail wraps. I'm going to do it a little backwards just because I have some on that are ready to come off. So first I'm going to show you how to remove, and then I'll show you how to apply on those nails. So the first thing I want to do is I have my Jamberry lacquer remover, which is also wonderful for removing jams. If you don't have this, you can use nail polish remover. It's not going to be as great because this is moisturizing. It's also non-acetone. It has a pump top, so it can just be pumped and used that way. First thing I want to do is use my other thumbnail and kind of break the seal around the edge, lifting it a tiny bit. I'm going to pump my remover and just work it underneath of there. It's sliding right off very gently. Break it a little bit more. It's just lifting right off of there. This adhesive, in order for these wraps to stay on up to 2 weeks, is nice and sticky. But I'm wanting to be very, very gentle as I take this off because I don't want to ever just pull my wrap. So there it goes on the back of my cotton ball. So there is my nail with a wrap off. Another way you can do it, if you're lazy, is just take out your little pump top. Do the same thing, break the seal like this. Stick your finger right in, just for a couple seconds because it starts to dissolve pretty quickly. And then I'm just gently sliding it off with my finger. Voila. There it is. And I want to go back with my little cotton ball then and just make sure I got all the sticky off. Alright, now I have removed my wraps and I'm ready to put on a new one. Now, Jamberry has the mini heater right here, which is nice and quiet. If you don't have this for your heat source, you can use your blow dryer or another heat source. If you were prepping your nails to put wraps on the very first time, you would wash your hands very well, use an orange stick, push back your cuticles, make sure everything was nice and clean. Choose the size wrap that you want for that particular finger. You have the clear backing so you can hold it up and see. I normally use this one for this finger. But because I'm taking the rest of these off pretty soon, I'm just going to use a little wrap, doesn't match, but just for an example for you today. So if you do not have the Jamberry nail cleanser, you can use some alcohol. Same thing applies. Or vinegar is another way that you can get your, you just want to make sure your nails are clean, you don't have any lotions or oils or sticky or anything on your nail before you apply a new wrap. Okay, so we're always going to put the curved portion at our cuticle. Half would go on this side, half will go on the same finger of the opposite hand. So to start, because I know I don't have enough to get 3 nails out of this. My nails are too long. Sometimes with smaller nails you can do that. I'm going to just cut it down the middle. Take my orange stick or tweezers. I just want to pull back that plastic a little bit and just stick the wrap to my orange stick and then hold it in front of my heat source. Just a couple seconds, it got curled a little bit. And I'm going to lay it down at my cuticle and then push it on. I'm going to push it really well to start with. Then I have this little purple pusher that comes in the application kit. Push it on again, make sure I don't have any little bubbles. I want to heat it another time, whether you're using the heater or your blow dryer. You want to heat it again. and I have this little flap on the end. I'm just going to trim that a tiny bit so that I can still function to do my other finger. Okay, same thing applies with this side. Don't file yet. We're going to wait till that cools. Pull back your plastic just a little bit so you can get your orange sticker tweezers in there to hold it. Hold it to your heat source. Then I'm going to lay it down at my cuticle until it sticks. Push it on really well. You might want to give it a little little pull at the tip to make sure you're not going to get any bubbles. Heat it again another time. Use your little purple pusher. Make sure you get all those bubbles out of there. Nice tight seal. You don't want it to touch your cuticle. It's better to have a little bit of space on the side than to be touching your skin, because then you're not going to get a watertight seal. I'm just going to trim that off a little bit. Now if I was doing the rest of my nails, wow, that doesn't match. If I was doing the rest of my nails, I would probably do all of them before I go back to file. So I have the Jamberry nail file. I'm always going to file in a downward motion. You don't want to file up and you don't want to file side to side because you want that to be a nice tight seal. So I'm going to file downward. And that little bit of excess peels right off. You see how that's starting to peel? Peels right off. And then I have a nice smooth nail. Do the same thing for the other one because that's cooled. Just file in a downward motion. Don't be afraid to give it a little oomph just to make sure you're going to get off all the excess. That one went quicker. And then I have two little non-matching nails. Let's see how quickly that went. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video and for letting me teach you about Jamberry. Bye-bye.